Ladies and gentlemen, it is official. So, in case you guys or gals have not heard, CBS has officially announced the new Pike television series that's going to be airing on CBS All Access and likely Amazon Prime and or Netflix internationally, which is going to be titled officially Strange New Worlds, starring Anson Mount, Rebecca Romijn, and Ethan Peck as Captain Christopher Pike, Number One, and Spock, respectively. They have done a YouTube video announcing it. They tweeted it out today. Entertainment Weekly's picked it up, and there is an official article on the StarTrek.com website detailing the title and some information that we do need to go through quickly to go ahead and kind of get a good glimpse of what the show may or may not be about. So before we even get into all that information, I'm excited. I think we've been kind of building up to this for over a year now since, Alex Kurtzman teased this way back in San Diego Comic-Con 2019, and it's just been, anticipation's been building and building and building for me. I knew this was coming. I believed it in my heart that this was coming. I know a lot of you out there also felt that way, and we finally have it. We've got the validation, and we are going to be getting this series starring these three main characters, and I could not be more excited right now. I am super pumped. I can't wait to see what the show is going to be about. I can't even wait to see any information about it. With all of that being said, we did get some information regarding the show that I think is kind of key and is going to create a lot of interesting talking points for everybody here to go ahead and kind of start to dive into a little bit. So first off, in the StarTrek.com article, it says very clearly that the show is going to be titled Strange New Worlds and follow the trio, the guys we were just talking about, 10 years before Kirk took command of the USS Enterprise. Well, it says a decade. I don't know if a decade means a literal 10 years in terms of the actual timeline. I don't know if they just mean a decade as in kind of like just a kind of a broad stroke physical date thing. I don't know how specific they're going to be with that because that may kind of overlap a little bit with their first 5-year mission. Potentially it could be their second. It could just be something kind of like I said, like a broad stroke essentially of what a decade is. But that is some bits of information that are important. The other thing that I found that was really, really interesting was inside of the YouTube video that they posted up that had the actors actually announcing the series and sharing some really great information. I think you guys should go ahead and check it out, which will be linked down below. But something that Anson said right at the end here was this.
On a classic Star Trek show that deals with optimism and the future.
A classic Star Trek show that deals with optimism and the future. Now, that could mean any number of different things. Now, a lot of the things that people complain the most about with Discovery and Picard is that it's not episodic. It's much, much more intertwined storylines that kind of span the entire seasons, which isn't a bad thing, but it's not what traditional Star Trek has been about. And a lot of people have pushed back against that, and they just want people to go to Strange New Worlds each week and kind of have that kind of little adventure together as a crew. And based off of that line, the title Strange New Worlds, and I think people's kind of desire right now, it does make a lot of sense that this show is going to be episodic focused, and we're going to be getting that monster of the week kind of feel from it. I think they're still going to probably include a little bit of kind of like season arcs for our characters overall, but I think they're going to downplay that quite a bit and kind of focus on that adventure of the week style old school Trek thing, which I think is awesome. And it does fit in line with a lot of the stuff that Kurtzman and Goldsman and all the other people that are involved, Heather Caden and all those people have said about their desire for these different types of Star Trek shows, is that each one is going to try to feel a little bit different, where Discovery is going to be this huge science fiction epic, and Picard was more character-based about a specific person, and now this one potentially is going to be our episodic style that we're going to be looking forward to from a Star Trek show. So this is exciting news. I like that it's talking about the fun and optimism of the future, and I think that is definitely something that people are kind of clamoring for. And I think Pike, as the character that, Anson Mount played, this character of Pike, is the perfect vehicle to kind of relaunch that style of episodic Star Trek. And I am very excited to see any details about this whatsoever. So what does this announcement actually mean overall? Well, it definitely means that people were freaking out about the title Star Trek Enterprise prematurely, which is what I talked about in my last video, so that's good. There is absolutely no mention on the official website right now or any of the tweets or videos about the Jake Cannavale thing going on with Kirk, or potentially Kirk being in there, and I do think that that may be a completely flatline dead rumor at this point, just based off of the fact that they are going to be set again that decade before Kirk took command of the Enterprise, and Kirk at the time should have been either a cadet or, that's why I say that 10 years kind of weird. So he's either like a cadet or maybe he's on the Farragut or wherever he's at right now, but he's definitely not jaunting around the cosmos with Pike and company on the Enterprise. So even if Kirk does show up, maybe that'll be like the series finale after we get through the entire show where they have that little fun handoff moment there. But I feel like that rumor's pretty much dead on arrival now at this point, which is, I think, something, again, people were freaking out about a little prematurely. So that looks to be completely gone, and we looks to be just getting this Pike show, which I am so excited about. Anyways, guys and gals, I'm done rambling on. I just wanted to get this information out to everybody so that you guys all had it so we could just kind of share in this excitement together. I'm very pumped about it, and I cannot wait to hear what you guys and gals think about this, show coming up. Are you excited to get that episodic Trek back? Are you excited about the title? Are you excited about just seeing what this is going to be about? I hope to hear your guys' thoughts down below. And you know who you are, that one person who always argued with me about whether or not the Pike show was actually going to be in existence. You owe me like $10 or something. I don't know, because you were totally wrong and I was totally right. So there we go. Anyways, thanks for checking out this video. Get your stuff up down below, and I'll catch all of y'all next time. Live long and prosper, my Trekkies.